You're recording?
I do every day.
You do?
Yes.
Some of you heard what I said on Tuesday.
Hello, future me.
That video is no longer existing.
So you didn't hear?
I did.
You did? That's good, because I forgot.
All right. A ray looks like this. It is a part of a line with an endpoint. And then collinear, that says collinear, points on one side. Where? This is an and. Yeah. Okay. So it's part of a line. It has an end point. And then it goes forever in one direction. Okay. When we name a ray, it is important what letter comes first. Where does the ray begin? A. So we need to name this AB with a ray hat on top. You cannot name it BA. Do you see that? Yep. Okay. Kale. Okay. So the ray BA would then have to look like this. That would be ray B. Ooh, can you not? There you go. It would have to look like that. Okay. Okay. Opposite rays. How many rays do you think we're talking about? And opposite rays are going to form a line. Okay. If I draw ray RS, opposite would be this way, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm gonna say RT. Okay. So opposite ray are two collinear rays, and this is important. They have to share a common endpoint. Okay. So we can say that RS and RT are opposite rays because they're collinear and they share the endpoint R. Yeah.
You always have the arrow pointing right even if it's going the other way.
Yes. Did you pay attention to Adeline's question?
Yes.
Do you always have the arrow going right even if it's pointing left?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, why is the other one called TR instead of...
Can somebody answer Ethan's question? Why is it not called TR? Yes. The end point isn't T, the R and is the end point. Okay. All right. A straight angle is basically what we just drew. It's formed by opposite rays. Okay. What would be the degree measure of a straight angle, Jack? Yes, it would. Okay. The measure of angle ABC is 180 degrees. Do you see how I wrote that? Okay, you know when we were talking about segments, and the segment had a hat when we were talking about congruent, but when we were talking about the measure, it didn't have a hat. Well, we don't have a hat on an angle, and we'll get into some more angle notation, but when we talk about the measure of an angle, we put M for measure. Okay? Okay. So let's talk about what an angle is. Okay? An angle is a pair of rays with a common endpoint. I didn't want B today. I honestly don't know why. I can't give you a reason for why I skipped B. Now, let's talk about how, okay. So an angle has a vertex and two sides. In this picture, what do you think the vertex is? A, okay? So in our picture, our vertex is point A, okay? Because the vertex is the common endpoint from our rays. Okay. Now, what feature would we say is creating our sides? Jay?
Also, like the lines,
The lines are the rays. What do we say?
the measure of
The rays. Okay, not lines, but rays. Okay. So, okay, the rays are going to be the sides. Okay. So in this picture up here, okay, our sides would be AD and AC. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back up to the picture of our angle, and I want to talk about how we name our angles. Okay. Okay. So, as long as there are no other angles with the vertex, we can name this angle by its vertex. So we could name that angle A. Okay. If there is a cute little number that is not a measurement, like do you see how there's not a degree symbol? Because it's not 1 degrees. This is giving the angle a name, angle 1. Okay. If there is more than one angle that has the vertex of A, then we need to pick a point on each of the rays. So we could name this angle DAC, or we can name it angle CAD. Okay. It cannot be ACD because the vertex has to be the middle point when you name it. Okay. And like this isn't the first time you've seen an angle, right? Yeah. You saw some in algebra last year, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what does interior mean? So if I'm talking about the interior of an angle, I'm talking about like a point being inside the angle. Exterior? Outside. So we're talking about a point being outside the angle. Just for you. Okay, next page. Oh, wait. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Here we go. Vertex X, where is it? Right here. Okay. So angle 1 has a vertex of X. Angle 3 has a vertex of X. Okay. Are those the only ones? Okay. We could name TXW. That sounds tough. TXY. Doesn't it? I don't know. TXW. That's just tough angle. Okay.
I didn't know there's such thing as tough angles.
Yeah.
Angles are tough.
Okay. I'm going to have you answer these 3 questions, and in 60 seconds, we'll talk about what you wrote down. It's okay if you do it wrong. We'll fix it if you do.
Name a point in the X. I heard it say Z. I don't know what
Is XY a segment?
It is, but we could also name the ray XY or XZ.
XY.
So this is XY the segment. This is XY the ray. Okay? Because when you name,
Like if Y were the endpoint,
there is no ray with an end. Well, if Y were the endpoint, we could name it YZ, and that would be the ray.
Would then YX be a segment?
No, only a segment. YX can only be a segment, no ray.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Josh, give me the sides of angle 3. X what? So X, Y, and XU, I think are the sides for angle 1.
Josh, I think that says W.
Oh, it's W.
All good.
So XW and XU, and they better be written like that. There's no other way to write it.
Could it also be XW and XY? Or wait, no.
No.
It would be a different.
Okay. Now, I do want to mention that angle 1, you could name angle 1's second side. You could name this ray XY. You could name this ray XZ. They're the same ray because a ray keeps going on forever in that other direction. Okay. Lincoln, can you give me a point on the exterior of angle 3?
Point T.
Point T. Did somebody have a different answer? What did you have?
Y.
Y. Okay.
What?
Or
Point Z.
or point Z. Any one of those would work. Okay? There is only one answer that you could have written for a pair of opposite rays. Charles?
Ray XT and Ray XU.
Yep. Because there aren't opposite rays anywhere else. We have a bunch of segments in there. Okay? All right. Let's talk about this word again, congruent. Philip, mathematically, what does congruent mean?
I remember this.
Same.
Oh, yeah, same.
Same what?
No, measurement.
Same measure. So if it's angles, we have the angles with the same measure.
Verticals. Yeah, vertical angles.
We are not there yet. I wanted to get there today, but with our schedule, we will not be able to. Okay? So these two angles I have drawn. You know how there's those cute little like tick marks on segments to say that they're the same measure? For angles, they're the swoops. So angle X is congruent to angle Y.
Points, capital or lowercase?
Capital, because they're points. All right. Now, do you remember the word bisector?
Two.
Two
Parts. Sections.
two blank parts.
Equal parts.
Two equal parts. So, an angle bisector cuts angle into two equal parts. So I'm going to draw you a picture. All right, draw the picture. That's a T. How could you not tell that was a T?
I have horrible handwriting myself.
I didn't think it was either.
I didn't think it was either. I had to fix it.
My sister thinks I'm the worst human in the world. Do you?
Well, there the arrow and the T sort of got squished together. Okay, we need to focus though because we're getting close to the end, okay? So in this picture, if I make these cute little marks here, then I can say that ST bisects angle RSU. Okay. So I do need you to fix, do you see where it says the measure of angle AB? It needs to be DBE. Can you change that to a D?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. All right. So in this picture, BA and BC are opposite rays. which means total, what do we have here?
180.
Okay, excellent. BD bisects Abe. Okay. So this guy and this guy are congruent. I'm going to mark that. Oh. If those two are congruent, what can we do with the measures of ABD? There we go. If ABD is 4x plus 14 and DBE is 8x minus 32, what can we do with those two things?
Set them equal.
Okay.
I can cross the 14. Wait. Oh, there we go. It's catching up.
Why is it so sad? Okay. All right, so if we solve this, we get 4x over here. Equals 48.
No, when you need 46.
Fine. So x is 11 and a half. Yeah.
It's uneven.
It's not uneven. So how would we find the measure of angle DBE? Because that's what it's asking for.
Oh, we just plug in. So 56.
So wouldn't it be 60? Yeah?
You have to put degrees for now.
Yes. Yes, we do need to put degrees.
And if that's 6 degrees, if that's... Oh, that means they're all 6
You get
degrees.
stickers.
Yes, I did. They're not smelly, sorry. Okay, now, I think you'll be okay if we don't do that next example. So on your homework tonight, it says 1 through 5, 7 through 11 odd, and then that's where we're going to stop. And then we'll finish. We'll just add the rest to tomorrow's lesson because we'll be fine. Tomorrow's lesson is complementary, supplementary. You know how to do that already, right?
I forgot.